Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we've got an important new product announcement that we're actually really excited about, so stay tuned. Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Aaron Patrick. I'm a chartered accountant, certified UK trainer and also that QuickBooks Chap. Now as head of accounts at Boffix, one of the things that we strive to do is make sure that we get products to our customers just like yourself, and we make sure those products actually make a difference to the way you do business. Now our latest product offering is something we're really excited about, and it's the idea of having a review of your QuickBooks or your bookkeeping so that then you can get confidence in those figures. During this review process we can look at anything within QuickBooks, from making sure you've got your sales right, making sure you've got expenses right, making sure you're dealing with your bank correctly. Or maybe you want us to look at maybe a tax return or a VAT return or anything that you've got that you've been using that data for. We can then make sure that you've got things right and make sure you've got confidence in what's going into QuickBooks. We can even have a look and see if there's any mistakes or any issues, or if you just want a confidence boost with everything that's there. Our review service is very different to what other people's review service is, and we try and use technology like we're doing now, using the form of video, to make sure that you understand exactly what we looked at and where we looked at things. And if we do find an issue, we'll tell you what that issue is, and more importantly, we'll show you how to make that better. Let's have a quick look at how that would look if you took a review with Boffix now. Well, first of all, foremost, it's all recorded. So you will get, just like we've got here, a nice little face in the bottom left-hand corner, and then you'll see the screen of what we're looking at. And as we're doing the review, we'll talk you through what we're looking at, why we're looking at things, and we'll pinpoint any issues you may have. The only small difference will be this, a nice little logo to know that it's all been created by us. And we're proud of this. We're proud of giving you the opportunity to be able to see exactly what we're doing with the time that you're invested in us. We want you to see that we're looking at things that are important. We're trying to find things that we think would be important for you, and we're trying to make sure that everything's all in the right place. But it's very transparent. You can see everything we're doing. You can see what issues we may have and why we're maybe looking into things, and maybe even find out that it's correct or not correct. But you'll follow that process with us. You'll see our thought track, you'll see what we're looking at, and we're going to make sure that that whole video uncut is available for you to see. We also provide it to you really safe and secure. So we use YouTube to be able to give out the information and give you access to see it on any device and be able to access it anywhere, but we make sure it's a private link. What that means is only you with the link will have access to it, and as long as you don't go passing that link around to anyone, that link will always be nice and safe. And that also means we have access to that too as well. So if we need to recover anything or look at something again, or if you're coming back to us for a further review, we can see what we did before, and then we can apply those logic steps again. We really do think that this is a great innovation, and it's something that means that we can quickly and easily be able to give you access. So let's have a quick look at what that sort of thing will look like and how that will actually work in principle. Well, first of all, it's all about giving us access to the data. So if I go into a QuickBooks at the moment, the way that we will need access to it is being granted what's called accountant's access. So in the top right hand corner, I have access to the manage users section under your company. And from here, I have accounting firms. Now it's accounting firms that we need to be able to get access to this data. Granting us access as an accountant means that we can see everything and start using some tools just to make sure that everything's working as it should be. So how to complete that invite? Well, you'll see on the right hand side, there's the invite button. And from there, you just need to put your accountant, and then the email address, your account at boffix.com. Then what we do is we press save, and that will give us an option to be able to accept that invite. With that, that gives us the ability to be able to see your data. It gives us the ability to look into it in more detail. And apart from that, we can also have a look at your current payment that you're making to QuickBooks, and we can offer you a discount as well if that is something that you're looking for. So overall, that's giving us the option to have that deep dive. Once we've accepted that and we conduct your review, it's going to look very similar to this. Now, either the review is going to have some particular points you want us to look at, so you'll let us know in advance. So maybe you want us to look at your banking or whatever it's going to be, or you just want a general review. Either way, we look at it in quite a similar way. Our first bit of context is we're going to look at this dashboard here, make sure it makes sense. Make sure it understands and we can understand what's going on. As we say many times on here, it's all about making sure that the data that's appearing here is actually making sense. So things like the idea that we've got errors that appear in here, that's something we would look at for you and understand. We'd want to make sure that you've got the most use out of it. So are you utilizing the cash flow forecast functionality within QuickBooks? Is that all enabled? From a banking point of view, is everything looking correct? So down here, that one seems fine, that one seems fine, but we have an error in the PayPal, and then this bank account needs to be looked at as well. So we are just looking at the most simplest things to begin with, but again, that fresh pair of eyes and someone who knows what they're looking at and understands what they expect to see means that you can have confidence that if we don't find anything in this quick check, then you're going to be okay. But we also look into things a lot more detailed as well. So we're going to be looking at things like your performance center, making sure that the performance center is explaining how your business is doing and not showing any trends that we need to look at in more detail. We look at the reports, and we don't just look at general reports, but we look at things like profit and loss by month. Can we see if there's going to be any trends that means that we've got a problem or an issue? For example, here straight away, why have we not got a telephone cost for December 19, yet we have one for both sides as well? They're the sort of things that we're looking at, and they're the sort of things we're hoping to find so that we can make sure that we can look into this in more detail. We'll make sure you're using the very latest in QuickBooks as well. So things like making sure from a QuickBooks Labs point of view, is there anything on here that we should be including? Especially at the moment, we find tags to be a huge part and parcel of how QuickBooks is working within. And tags is really important to us because what that means is that gives us the opportunity to understand, if anything. So from just something as simple as enabling tags, that gives you the functionality to let us know if there's anything else you want us to look at. So we have these categories of for review, VAT category and attachments needed. That means in a further review, you can point us in that direction, say, can you please have a look at these transactions? I'm not 100% sure with them. And once tags are enabled, we'll have ability to look at them really simply. And all it is any transaction in QuickBooks, with tags enabled, you just have the ability to go here and say review, attachments needed. And it's as simple as that. We can then recommend as well, maybe there's some apps out there that's going to make your life easier. Maybe there's something there that you haven't thought about before and we think would be worthwhile. Maybe something like projects is something that should be worthwhile to you and something that you should be considering with QuickBooks. Or maybe you're on the wrong version of QuickBooks, and that's what we've seen a lot when we first set out on this task. We found a lot of people who were on the wrong version of QuickBooks, and it was actually making their life more tricky. And once we moved them over to the correct version of QuickBooks, they were able to continue doing what they're doing, but a lot more efficiently, and also with a lot more confidence in the data they were putting into QuickBooks. And that's where we want to get with you. So that's what this review is all about. It's about taking the data you've already got in QuickBooks and making sure that you're confident and pushing you in the right direction and teaching you anything that we can. And that's why we're so excited about this product, because it's all about making sure our most important people, the people listening to this channel, the people like yourselves, are getting the most out of QuickBooks Online and any other form of bookkeeping solution they might be using. So there we have it, a product review. The ability for us to be able to look at the data that you've got and be able to make sure we're confident in what it is that you've got in QuickBooks. Best of all, we've kept it really competitively priced. Reach out to us on boffix.com and we'll be able to make sure that you get to know the most up-to-date price point of it. But it's all about making it quick and easy. We want to be giving these things nice and quick, nice and simply, so that you have the ability to be able to see it and then you can move on from there. So have a look and have a think about using our new Boffix review. The ability for you to have confidence in the figures that you have and be able to make sure that your business is not just surviving, but thriving. It's been a pleasure to do this video for you. My name's Aaron Patrick, and if you like what you see here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And then also, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.
I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new. Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him nah, 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 nah. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello and thank you for watching that video. What you may not know is this channel that you've watched this video from is part of a wider group. That wider group is called Apple Core Productions, and the 3 channels that we have involved are as follows: Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks Chap, Boffix Tax Tip. Finally, we have Apple Core Live and Geeky. All the links and everything are down below in the description, but it really means a lot to us if you can go and give a like to the other channels as well.